Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to share with you all 3 of my favorite exercises that I am currently using in the pursuit of building that elusive 500-pound bench press. These are kind of specifically catered. I will say they're from my coach, Bill McCarthy, who, if you're not familiar with him, check him out, Get the Lift Powerlifting. But kind of specifically targeting my weaknesses on the bench press. The first of these 3 exercises is the JM press. Now, there are different ways that you can do a JM press, and more specifically, this is to target the triceps and kind of strengthen those without using the bench press. For this list, I wanted to stay away from actual benching movements. Of course, I'm doing those, but those don't really count as accessories in my book. So as you can tell, how I like to do this exercise is I lower it straight down and fold my elbows over, and then whenever I hit the bottom, you'll see a little rocking of my hand toward my face, and that gets that little extra stretch in my tricep. Also, by doing that, it avoids some elbow discomfort that I've had from this exercise in the past. So it's tempting to almost kind of come straight down to your face like a skull crusher, and sometimes that can be really hard on the elbows. So I prefer this kind of folding down way and then rocking back towards my face. The other thing that I pay attention to for this exercise is I try to keep my elbows as in as possible. It's tempting to flare them out and to press the bar away, almost like a close grip bench, but that would defeat the purpose of this exercise where I'm trying to focus on the triceps. All right, next up here, we have, honestly, these are probably one of the hardest exercises that I do, and I'm sure a lot of you do these. This is a side lateral raise coupled with a front raise. So I will do these almost supersetted, right? So you'll see in these sets. Now with my side lateral raises, I kind of meet the dumbbells in the front, and as you can see, once I hit the top, I try and squeeze my rear delts as well to get a little rear delt activation in there. I've noticed if you go too fast and you bring those dumbbells above perpendicular to your body, that's going to be a little more traps, whereas I'm looking for these to work on my lateral delts. So I try and bring them as close to perpendicular as possible without going over my ears, so to speak. And then here are the front raises, which will hopefully build those front delts. Something I've struggled with for the past year was I had that delt tear, which I've mentioned before. I'm not sure if it was a delt or a bicep. Honestly, my inclination is that it was a delt, but I've really struggled to trust my front delts ever since then for the bench press. So these have been critical to both build those delts back up and also kind of get my confidence back, right? Because if I can do a front raise with 35-pound dumbbells, then I know I'm going to be fine going through a regular bench press. And that raising motion was one of the harder motions and one of those that brought pain to me before. So overall, this kind of complex, these 2 back-to-back exercises really light up my shoulders. I also do a lot of band pull-aparts supersetted with my bench presses themselves. I didn't add those in here, but just keep in mind I'm doing those as well to hit my rear delts. So those coupled with these front raises and side raises kind of hit all 3 sides of my delts, and kind of the goal here is to build up my shoulders into totality. And then the third main accessory exercise that we are using to build up my bench press is the dumbbell overhead press. So as you can see here, I keep it pretty light. I really don't like to go heavy on dumbbells. I think honestly, it's not the smartest thing to do because, you know, the whole point of dumbbells is to be able to go through the entire range of motion. And I don't want to have to get someone to have to hand me dumbbells all the time. So high reps it is, you know, in that 10 to 12 rep range at a 7 to 8 RPE. And what I really like about dumbbell overhead presses, once again, is I feel them the most in my front delt, right? My anterior delt, even more so than an incline bench, where an incline bench press, I'm feeling it a little bit more upper chest rather than anterior delt. So by having these in there, we're hitting delts. This is right after the lateral raises as well. So you're kind of nailing those muscle groups all together. And you also have to stabilize the dumbbell. So, you know, this theme with my training has been get confident in the shoulders, build the shoulders back up, and then top it off with triceps. So hopefully that helps give some insight to you all. Let me know down below, what exercises are you using to try and improve your bench press? Thanks for watching. As always, please like and subscribe. And until next time, happy lifting.